Okay, I promise we'll get to the theme of the video, but what even is this homepage? You have a photo of a guy who apparently robbed a 13-year-old, a woman sitting on some boomer's Project Chopper, a literal fighter jet for under $100,000, and a Star Wars super battle droid, and a Ford Bronco that definitely is not a Ford Bronco. Anyways, that's enough of that. So if you thought car prices were getting bad in 2025 from last video, wait until you see truck prices. We're going to do double the budget of last video. Just like last time, we're working our way through the clap listings, past the absurd ones, through a sea of mediocrity and decent ones, before we finally strike gold with some good finds towards the end. Also, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm still salty how trucks from the literal 90s, this is almost 30 years old mind you, are going for $5,000 still, despite having nearly 200,000 miles. I'm gonna say it, I don't even care if I get called an Unker Boomer Zoomer, because I can't hold it in anymore. Back in my day, and I don't mean the 70s, I literally mean in 2017, this truck would have been $1,000 and you would have found tons of listings just like it, which is why they were so cheap, because all those listings had to compete with each other. And the crazy part, it would have been less miles, less owners. I'm never letting this go, bro. I'm never living this down. And no, I'm not making this up, because again, we have charts, data, and statistics to prove how garbage car prices have been effed and how horrible inflation has been. Like, there was once a time period that high schoolers used to be able to buy 10-year-old trucks and cars with just a few part-time summer jobs. You know, making $1 to $2 grand wasn't impossible for them. But nowadays, we're living in an era where post-college graduates would feel lucky if they can buy a 15-year-old used vehicle for a small fortune, you know, because 10 grand is not nearly the same amount of money as 2 grand is, especially combined with the fact that, again, they're older, more mileage, and have more owners. And again, the people in college have higher purchasing power, yet somehow they're fighting for lower, just a worse experience. I genuinely feel for anyone trying to buy a truck for now, because this is a hard video already, and I know it's only gonna get worse from here. Like, I swear to God, I'm not trolling. I'm trying pretty hard to find a listing that's not uber old. I'm telling you, I can't avoid these 90s cars. Like, there's nothing wrong with these trucks, I imagine. I imagine it runs fine. He does do the suspicious 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which that's always a red flag, because that's a Facebook meme to always just, it could also be, yeah, broken gauge cluster, doesn't know the miles. See, that's problematic. That can make tiling it tricky. That can make, like, I'm not even trolling you guys. So we're just gonna actually scroll around on just trucks under 10 grand. And we're gonna try to find something that's not from the 90s. Okay, we have a Ram. Interesting. 6 grand for, okay, is this about to be one of those stupid tricks I think it is? Oh my God, guys, yes it was. Look, we got baited. 100% in-house financing. Price is the down payment, no bank, bad credit, okay. Buy here, pay here, guys. This is massive red flag. We always get one of these every video, every single video. Let's look at this Baja now. Blah, blah. Am I gonna get, like, burned at the stake for including this in a truck video? I mean, I know the opening part of this video was a total meme, but now that we're in the actual video, like, you know what? Screw it.
Approved.
I'm probably gonna show Kei Trucks later in this video, so we're gonna show the Baja. Lot of photos. You love to see it. A lot of miles. It is a Subaru, which not a bad thing, because this is from 2003. It's not super old. Again, a lot of miles. Normal wear and tear, because that's a lot of miles for any vehicle, really, especially one that's this old, and especially one that's in Ohio. You always got to consider Midwest has a lot of snow. Gotta look for rust, but it looks great. Looks pretty good. This would be a vehicle that's got a decent amount of life left in it. Here we go again, guys. 2018 Toyota Tundra. How much do you want to bet that this is actually, like, gonna be a dealership finance again? Yep. Look right here. Easy financing, huge inventory. What you see is the down payment, guys. Contact them for financing on this 2018 Toyota Tundra. Absolute clown behavior. I just give up at this point. Let's just move on to the absurd, because all right, we're starting the absurd section really nicely. All right, we have this 2001 Ford Excursion. All right, hear me out though. Rougher on the outside, blah, blah, blah. Still runs well. You love to hear it. 190,000 miles and a 6.8 liter V10. So straight pipe this and make some Dodge Viper Lamborghini Gallardo noises, baby. Big vehicle. Lot of Triton V10. I'm pretty sure, is that the same one that buses use? Either way, I'm gonna straight up admit it. This section looks nice. Like, it actually held up really well over all these years. For 24 years, this middle section, like there's no cracking leather. I was, based on everything else I'm seeing, I was 100, because even the front seats have some cracking. I was expecting this to look way worse. It actually looks like, look at all these features. Back to the outside, looks like crap. Is that a flat tire? Whatever, we're moving on. But yeah, no, that unironically, like, you know what you could do? You could buy this and just live in a Walmart parking lot. That's unironically probably one of the only like smart ways to spend $3,000 in this economy. Okay, so here we have a 1973 Winnebago. Again, this is going to be very old, but to be fair, it is more of a trailer compared to a truck. I don't know their market. I don't know how depreciation has treated them. I don't know if this is overpriced, underpriced, or just right price. A lot of photos, love to see it. It has a bunch of new tires apparently because it probably has like a way of storing them. Blah, blah, blah. Automatic transmission. Inside is decent. No leaks. Blah, blah. I'm not going to read that. Y'all can read that. I just want to take a look. You know, freaking just bringing some Ben 10 flashbacks to like how they're traveling in their trailer. Probably because it's like green everywhere. That's probably what's like making me think. It is I know he's green, but is his grandpa's trailer green? Whatever. Who cares? Anyways. Yeah, it looks nice. Just like with the previous one, you could live inside a Walmart parking lot in one of these for $5,000. More rooms, has a functioning kitchen and a toilet, I think, and a shower. Yeah, I got a toilet and shower. I did this last video. You know, we gotta do it again. I know this is out of budget, but I just had to click it because of the absurdity of it. Okay, we gotta just have some fun here so people don't fall asleep. It is a cheese car. I knew someone, one of my friends, Charles Gowan. He actually is like the guy on BattleBots. Like I became friends with him before I knew he was famous. Like I'm just stupid YouTuber famous. That guy was like actual real TV star famous. Anyways, he owns like a bunch of these cheese wedge cars. It's like a funny thing that he loves to collect. And he always joked about Hayabusa swapping one, but I cannot believe someone actually Hayabusa swapped it. I mean, to be fair, that's where the idea comes from, but just look at that. Look at this absolute psychotic beast, bro. Look at all the mods he's done to it too. The reality is you will never get back the money you spent on the project. And again, if you really want a 6-speed 5-liter V8 Coyote engine, you could just buy a Mustang GT with 0 miles. That's much newer right now for less than this. Like I want to say Mustang GTs are still like 45, 50 grand maybe after textile registration, everything's done, which is really half this price. And you get a brand new 2025 vehicle. That is a 30-year newer vehicle and with the same engine, arguably maybe a better engine because there's many variations of the Coyote. It's good old Subaru Sambar. Looks very pretty. I think that's like a snowplow dozer that he's trying to show off. Point is, like, 1993, so it's still from the 90s. It's double the price of the other 90s truck styles lecturing, so it's only fair that I also point that out. I'm sure its mileage is probably lower. He has not mentioned. I might have. Yeah, there's no way I can consider this a good listing. Good on him for all the photos, but really lacking information here. It doesn't tell you the mileage or anything like that. Speaking of the size difference of like trucks and K vehicles, just look at how tiny this little K van looks. Out of Detroit, were sold in China. So this isn't actually like a normal K vehicle. It's in the sense that it's a Japanese classification one. It's like a Chinese one. Still, I don't know how that works in terms of like the 25-year rule. I imagine it's, I don't know. If he got a title, then I guess it works. Point is, this vehicle, right, looks okay-ish. There's some rust showing. Decently taken care of. This is what's impressing me though. It is I want to say 7-seater because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 as the driver. It is a 7-seater vehicle. He's got new tires on it. I don't know about the price. It does sound like it's newer, but I don't know this brand, so I wouldn't have any good insight on it. So we're definitely swimming through the absurd section still. But I'm just impressed by like how well it uses its space. Because like when I first saw this listing, I was like, oh, this is like it's just gonna be like a 4 or 5-seater, like, you know, 2 in the front, 3 in the back. I didn't know it had another row after that, and it makes me feel ashamed as an American, where we definitely got lost in the sauce somewhere along the way for just making vehicles as massive as they are. But pretty cool still. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm about to go insane. I've been spending like the past half hour trying to find good listings because I was like, wow, finding clap listings easy, absurd ones also easy. Actually finding decent listings, so I'll tell you what I had to do here. We had to obviously make $3,000 the minimum, otherwise they were too clapped. And then obviously we're doing a $10,000 budget this video. I wanted something that was finally not like 30 years or older, right? So we did 2005, which is still 20 years ago. That's insane. We had to do 2018 here because if you do too new, you get all those stupid dealers doing that tricky, it's actually your down payment tactic. So even still, scrolling through all of this, by the way, because I remember seeing this, I went deep down this page. Yeah, now it's loading new ones. So basically, I looked at like all those, like at least like 50, more than 50 listings. It was insane. It was actually driving me insane. Everything you see up here were ones that I thought were potentially good, but we're gonna quickly speed run why they weren't. Obviously, this one is actually $14,500. This is actually just its down payment. Oh boy, yeah, get the hell out of here. All right, next one up, the Toyota Tundra that we saw on the front page. $3 grand, but it's got a broken window and it's got a blown motor / head gasket, so it is not running. And it's literally only got 2 photos. Whoopsie daisies. Then we have this one, which despite seeing good condition, it does have a lot of rust. Kudos to them for having the balls to actually take all these photos, by the way, and not try to hide that. So interior looks fine, but yeah, both rear fenders have rust. Flatbed could definitely use some love. Yeah, it's going to be the right side and the left side. So, you know, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It is less than $7,000. Actual price does have quite high mileage, blah, blah, blah. It's decent. I wouldn't put in the good buys category. Then yet another Subaru Baja. This one's pricier than the first one we saw. Nice interior. He does have some rust. And from the outside, I would say, yeah, like, I don't know, he just doesn't show. These are the only outside photos he shows. And you already know, like, that red flag rule I have. Why have we not seen every angle? Like, why am I not able to see that side? Why are we just looking at this side? Like, you know, it is what it is. Also, if these custom wheels are adding to the price, I'm just going to say it again, always sell those out. Just sell those separately. Don't ever expect non-car people or even car people to pay more for your mods. Otherwise, decent listing, but not good. So now we're going to pull over the only good listings of like the 60 plus that I was looking at there. So this is a 2006 Toyota Tundra. Obviously, being a Tundra, it's going to be reliable. Just under 200k miles. Dude, I'm going insane this video because like I now see what people mean when they say like buying a good truck is harder than ever. Because I'm not a big truck guy, obviously more of a sports car guy, motorcycle guy. Now that I'm like thinking about buying a truck, part of me is like, holy crap. It is way different ball game. It last video for under $5 grand, a lot of vehicles weren't this high mileage. Like if you haven't watched last video, definitely go check it out. Do it yourself too if you're bored enough. It's insane how like for trucks for double the money, like 5 to 10 grand, you're still finding vehicles that have all this mileage. So here's another one, very good condition, apparently paid off, super detailed. We're not going to read it, but I believe them because they took every single photo. You love to see it. You always love to see it. Big green flag, beautiful, clean engine bay, not a lick of rust in there, not on the frame either. Like no paint rusting, no paint fading. All this here looks great. Radiator is a bit dirty, but who cares? Flatbed looks pretty decent for the price. This one's got 130k miles. It is a Ford F-150 2008, so not super old. And this one's just well maintained. I mean, it looks great. The fender wells don't have any secret rust hidden in it. It's from Missouri. The paint looks immaculate. I have a blue bias for sure, but yeah, the mileage isn't super high on it. Tires look good, still has some tread on it, so you can buy this, drive it home. Great vehicle, great vehicle, ready to run and drive good. I'm sure it does, no check engine lights. Yeah, this is a good buy. Next one, Honda Ridgeline. This one's a bit of a quirky one. I know this is, again, not going to be like a traditional truck, depending on who you ask. I don't care. I was starved for listing. I was starved, okay, of trying to find something I could show you guys. This one is going to be a bit pricey, but it's going to have decent mileage, you know, still in the upper end. It's going to be clean though. You know, you love to see it. This person is willing to show literally every single nook and cranny, every single angle interior. The tires look great. I don't care about tire shine. This doesn't trick me even a little bit, but it is a good rich. What I care about is the tread. And as you can see here, got some tread. You can drive it home still. Rear flatbed, you know, tailgate or whatever. It looks great. Still has a spare tire in it. You love to see it. Great vehicle. We're already looped back around. So that one was a great find. This guy immediately shows us his tires, lets people know, hey, we still got tread here. And boom, 122k miles, not super high, given it is a Ford compared to the Honda earlier. But again, I said I'm okay with Ford trucks. I think this will serve you well. It is same price as the Honda Ridgeline. God, it is so insane. We're bouncing off the limiter this video. We really are. Like, I was actually kind of surprised how like for $3,000 to $4,000 last video, you could still get a decently like low mileage vehicle that's like 15 years old. But wow, you're gonna have to deal with the fact that like if you want like a 15-year-old truck, you're spending like around that 10 grand budget. Like the Honda was around. I mean, so was this, right? 2008, and the Honda was also like 2009. I think I exited out. Oops. This is clearly still more well taken care of than a lot of the garbage listings I just had to sift through. Anyways, if you love this type of content, make sure to check out my other stupid, goofy Facebook Marketplace videos. Otherwise, though, thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it, and share it to your friends so they can feel the same pain you just did and I just did while looking at all these dumb listings. Other than that, I'll see y'all next time. Blade Angel out.